Have you ever pondered the role of Stoic philosophy in shaping our relationships? A question that might seem unusual at first, but let's delve deeper into the intriguing intersection of Stoicism and relationships. Stoicism, an ancient Greek philosophy, is often associated with emotional resilience and tranquility of mind. It's a way of life that encourages us to accept things as they are, free from the trappings of our own perceptions or the tumultuous sea of our emotions. But how does this connect to our relationships, you might ask? In a world where relationships often navigate the highs and lows of emotions, Stoicism offers a grounding perspective. It teaches us to regard our relationships not as a source of happiness or sadness, but as a part of life's journey. It emphasizes the importance of maintaining our inner peace and stability, regardless of the external circumstances. One of the most influential Stoic philosophers, Marcus Aurelius, has left us with teachings that are incredibly relevant to our relationships today. He preached the importance of understanding, empathy, and acceptance in our interactions with others. One of his most poignant quotes, "You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this and you will find strength," can be a guiding principle in our relationships. It reminds us that we can't control others' actions or feelings, but we can control our reactions and perspectives. Marcus Aurelius also emphasized the importance of treating others with kindness and understanding, regardless of their actions. He taught that every individual is fighting their own battles, and we should strive to be a source of peace and positivity in their lives. So as we navigate the complexities of relationships, whether they are romantic, platonic, or familial, Stoicism and the teachings of Marcus Aurelius can provide insightful guidance. They can help us foster healthier, more understanding, and more fulfilling relationships. In essence, Stoicism teaches us to focus on what we can control: our actions, our thoughts, our responses. And when applied to relationships, it can lead to a profound transformation in how we connect with others. As we navigate the complexities of relationships, the teachings of Marcus Aurelius provide us with a guiding light. Marcus Aurelius, the Roman emperor and a prominent Stoic philosopher, has left us with valuable insights that can transform our relationships. Let's delve into some of his key theories and see how they apply to our relationships. One of the cornerstones of Aurelius's philosophy was the idea of focusing on what's in our control and letting go of the rest. In relationships, this can mean accepting that we cannot control how others feel or act, only how we respond. It's about understanding that we have the power to control our own thoughts, actions, and reactions, but not those of others. A second major theory of Aurelius's philosophy is the importance of accepting reality as it is. This means recognizing that everything in life, including our relationships, is transient and subject to change. Aurelius wrote, "Loss is nothing else but change, and change is nature's delight." Embracing this reality can help us to let go of attachments and expectations, and instead appreciate our relationships for what they are in the present moment. Finally, Aurelius emphasized the concept of acting with virtue. He believed that our primary duty in life is to act in accordance with our own sense of morality and integrity, regardless of external circumstances. In the context of relationships, this might mean treating others with kindness and respect, even when we're faced with conflict or adversity. It's also about striving to be the best version of ourselves, not for the sake of impressing others, but because it's the right thing to do. Aurelius wrote, "Waste no more time arguing about what a good man should be. Be one." If we bring this attitude into our relationships, it can inspire us to act with greater compassion, patience, and understanding. These theories, when applied, can bring about a profound shift in our relationships. By focusing on what's in our control, accepting the transient nature of life, and striving to act with virtue, we can cultivate healthier, more fulfilling relationships. And isn't that what we all strive for in the end? So let's take these ancient wisdoms off the dusty shelves of history and bring them into our lives. After all, as Aurelius himself said, the best revenge is not to be like your enemy. Let's not be like those who neglect the potential for growth and understanding in relationships. Instead, let's strive for better. Let's strive for Stoicism. These theories, when applied, can bring about a profound shift in our relationships. So, what does Stoicism teach us about relationships? At its core, Stoicism is a philosophy of acceptance, control, and virtue, and these principles can be transformative when applied to our relationships. Let's take a moment to revisit the key points we've discussed in this video. Firstly, Stoicism emphasizes the importance of focusing on what's within our control. In the context of relationships, this means accepting that we cannot control how others feel or act, but we can control our own responses and actions. This understanding can help us avoid unnecessary conflicts and manage our expectations realistically. Secondly, Stoicism advises us to accept reality as it is. This acceptance doesn't mean we should be passive or indifferent, but rather, understand that things happen, and sometimes they're out of our control. Whether it's a disagreement with a loved one or a breakup, accepting the reality of the situation can help us navigate these challenging times with grace and resilience. Lastly, Stoicism encourages us to act with virtue. In relationships, this translates into treating our partners with respect, honesty, and kindness, regardless of the circumstances. This virtue-based approach fosters a sense of mutual trust and understanding, laying the foundation for a healthy and satisfying relationship. These principles are not just theories confined to ancient texts, but practical guides to leading a fulfilling life. When we focus on what's in our control, accept reality, and act virtuously, we cultivate a sense of inner peace and harmony. This inner tranquility, in turn, spills over into our relationships, enhancing our interactions and connections with others. Remember, Stoicism is not about suppressing emotions or being indifferent. It's about understanding our emotions, accepting life's ups and downs, and striving to act with virtue at all times. It's a philosophy that encourages us to be the best version of ourselves, not just for our own sake, but for the sake of our relationships as well. Stoicism, thus, offers us a profound philosophy to lead fulfilling relationships. How can we practically incorporate Stoicism in our relationships? That's a question we've been exploring, and now it's time to delve into some actionable steps. Let's start with the first principle: awareness. Stoicism teaches us to be aware of our reactions and emotions. In relationships, this means being conscious of how we respond to our partners. Instead of reacting impulsively, take a moment to understand your emotions. Are you upset because of something your partner did? Or is it because of how you've interpreted their actions? Awareness allows us to differentiate between the two, leading to more thoughtful responses. Next, we have acceptance. Stoicism advises us to accept things as they are, not as we wish them to be. This doesn't mean accepting bad behavior or unhealthy patterns. Instead, it's about understanding that we can't control everything. We can't control how our partners think, feel, or act. What we can control, however, is how we respond to them. Acceptance in relationships translates to understanding and respecting our partner's individuality and not attempting to mold them according to our wishes. Lastly, we have action. Stoicism encourages us to focus on what we can do instead of what we can't. In relationships, this means focusing on our behavior and reactions. We can choose to respond with kindness, even when we're upset. We can choose to communicate our feelings respectfully, even when we're hurt. We can choose to be supportive, even when we're struggling. Our actions, not our circumstances, define us. Incorporating Stoicism into your relationships isn't about suppressing emotions or becoming indifferent. It's about gaining a deeper understanding of yourself and your partner. It's about responding rather than reacting. It's about choosing love, understanding, and respect, even in the face of adversity. With Stoicism, we have a powerful tool to navigate the complexities of relationships with wisdom and serenity. Remember, the essence of Stoicism is not just about enduring, but thriving amidst life's ups and downs. And what better place to apply this wisdom than in our relationships, where we experience some of life's most profound highs and lows.